My name is Bobby Hollingsworth. I was born in Queens, New York. I've been in Texas since 1980, and I became homeless in 2017, but it was my choice. I gave up on life. I didn't want to live anymore. I lost my family, and I just wanted to join them. So, when you come to the streets and it's open, you feel like it's okay to live on the streets. Something wrong with you. Your thinking is messed up. Because I thought it was okay for me to live on the streets. I didn't care about a car could run over me. A wild animal, I no longer wanted to exist. I got hope through meeting Elizabeth. Like after my pops died, Elizabeth was walking around. I saw her. I was a bad boy out here. And I just asked God, a year, I watched my pops counts eat them up. And he had died, and I was like, I wasn't made like this. Why I'm like this? Save me. If it's meant for me to be saved, I need you to save me, God. And I saw Elizabeth walking around looking like Highland Park amongst South Dallas. you didn't belong, and you was walking by yourself amongst all this horrible stuff, and I was like, they was like, oh, we finna rob her. And I'm like, I'll leave her alone. And I went out, I was like, ma'am, you know where you at? You know what's going on up under here? And people getting killed, drugs being sold, drugs being used. And she told me words that changed my life. God has saved me. And then she said, he sent you, didn't he? And from that day forward, I became, a shepherd. I had to watch the lamb, so I was a shepherd. What led me to Texas is I'm from Queens, and my cousin started bringing drugs in. And my pops didn't want me to get corrupted, and we moved to Texas. And sometimes you become a product of your environment. And I had both my parents worked. I had two parents, but I was seeing stuff that I was glamorizing. I was the cash, the fast cash, the women, the cars, the clothes, the jewelry. I was fantasizing all that. And so I became a product of my environment. So when we moved to Texas, I was 14. The first couple of years here, I went to Carter High School, and so weak. And I met my wife, happiest time of my life. Met my wife. In 1980, I moved here. We got married in 86. In 86, I got a kilo of cocaine from my cousin. There was a small demon attached to it. And then it grew into a devil, because I found myself doing things that I normally wouldn't do. And so that my first years in Texas was establishing myself, getting ready for this demon I got. It's gonna be a devil. So I came to this area, South Dallas. It's like Harlem. And drugs were flowing freaking, and the devil took over. He was full-fledged devil now. So now I'm doing things that I normally wouldn't do. And I became evil. But the best part of me was when I went home to my wife and kids. So now I'm evil. And I became more and more carnal. I'm in the streets. This area right here was mine. I ruled this. And that's why I said when Elizabeth came, you didn't see me as that devil. When I looked in the mirror, I seen a monster. But you seen who you see now. And you wouldn't let me be. You didn't give up on me. And you didn't give up on me so much that I died. I literally died. And for 17 days, I was the lamb and y'all was the shepherd. You looked out for me. Let no harm come to me. And so a relationship is really, it's more personal than it is a relationship, because I looked out for you when you first came to the streets. And then when I died, you looked out for me.
So you said that you became homeless in 2017. And I want to talk a little bit more what led to the mentality of doing it by choice. That's not something that maybe you see a whole lot. Could you just talk a little bit about the 10 or so years leading up to 2017? What led to that mentality? What happened in your life that ultimately led to you going out on the streets, choosing to go on the streets?
My pops died first, 2013. And then after that, I didn't care no more. I mean, because he was in the military. And, you make all these promises, you're going to spend time together, and then you don't. And then he died, and it hurt. It hurt. I just felt unfulfilled in life. So I started walking away. It just be times, I just go home for what? And so 2017, I lost some more family, my wife, my mom, my sister. I just was recuperating from my pops dying. I lost hope. I didn't want to live anymore. So I came to the streets to die. And like I said, I met Elizabeth. And she turned me on to things like, she wasn't no Bible thumper, but you see somebody that's living a life that you're not living, and you're around them all the time, it's sort of rub off on you. You want to be like them. You want to be carefree. I walk around I just don't have no worry, but you at peace. Because you walk with God, you at peace. And I didn't have that walk. I walk with Satan. And eventually, she got me to walk with God. It wasn't done overnight, but my gratitude go out to her because, and I pray for strength every day, strength and courage every day, because y'all changed me. And I was a monster. So I came, what made me become homeless, like I said, I lost hope. I didn't want to live no more. My family gone. My family here, I didn't really know. I was alienated from them, so my family is gone. And I felt like you abandoned me. You left me. You left me here with these folks and everything. Why? And so I was full of hatred and stuff, and I just came to the streets.
So could you talk a little bit about when you made that decision to move on to the streets? So you said that you have how many children?
6.
6 children. Did you maintain any sort of relationship with them when you first went on the street? Or?
No, I just walked away from life. I didn't care about nobody. I just was hurting, but I just walked away from life.
You said that you became a monster when I guess that was right around the time that you became homeless. Could you explain what exactly that meant?
I became a monster. Like when I was selling drugs, I was doing things that people don't normally do. You don't go around hurting people. You don't go around destroying stuff. And that's the stuff I was doing. I'm destroying one neighborhood, and I'm not even spending no money in that neighborhood. I'm taking it to another neighborhood, to the suburbs. So I was a destroyer. I was the devil. I was a monster. And then when I became hurt because I lost my family, with that same monster in me wanted to destroy me, and I came to the streets, but I was a monster on the streets. In 2017, somebody pulled me to the side and told me, because they seen I'm trying to change, but I'm street. So it's some things don't float by me. Like abusing women, nah, that's gonna bring the beast out of me. Kids, it's gonna bring the beast out of me. And just BSing, like me and you talking now, it is no problem we talking casual, but if like somebody get belligerent, see the monster coming out of me. And when I say monster, I did cause a lot of hurt. And it took me a while to forgive myself for it. But when I looked in the mirror, I didn't even have no mirrors in my apartments at first. Somebody from Human Impact gave me a mirror. And I started looking in the mirror, and I liked what I saw. I wasn't a monster no more. But when I said I was a monster, I didn't care. I destroyed the next man's family to feed mine. I had no compassion. I was a narcissist, and it was all about me. And nobody stood in my way. So that's what I mean by monster. It was my way or no way. And I had no compassion. I felt like, when you sell drugs, you feel like you're above the law. So can't nobody touch me. So whatever I do, I can do. And it's just feeling like, that's just the feeling I had. I can do whatever I want to do. So I became violent, and it was a lot of violence. It was a lot of things that I regret, a lot of things that I did that I think about and I couldn't sleep. And it's just, you know, I had to die to live because it was eating me up on the inside, all the stuff that I done. And when I died, God told me, you forgive me for that. I forgive you for that. Just forgive yourself. And that was the hardest part, because when you done so much violence, you done caused so much hurt, and then you have to look at it, and then you got to try to match the hurt you feeling now. You got to try to make it feel better, so you got to put out more hurt, and you just become a violent person. And I just became a violent person. Then when I met Elizabeth, and like I said, walking with her every day, and I saw you had a peace. I didn't have that peace. My mind was constantly, okay, you looking at her funny, I'm gonna hurt you later on. As soon as I get from around, I'll be back. That's what my mind was. And I wasn't supposed to think like that. I wasn't raised like that. I went to Catholic school. I had moms and pops that loved me, and I was just my environment.
When you were in the throes of homelessness, 2017, 2018, could you just kind of walk us through what's your average day look like?
The average day looked like you don't want to be bothered. You don't want to be bothered with people. So I'm pretty much trying to stay to myself. I mean, I'm homeless, but I'm cooking every day. And then I had OCD, so my tin is clean. I get up in the morning, clean up, slang bleach every place. And people used to come by, and I'd be cooking, and they started eating with me because it was clean. I mean, Human Impact used to come on the streets and eat with me. I threw parties on the streets because Human Impact. And I was changed. For a person that had no compassion, now I got compassion. You eat first and I eat what's left. So I didn't used to think like that. I'm gonna eat first, I bought this, I cooked this, it's my plate first, forget y'all, something left, you can have it. But they changed me, and I started seeing the changes. And the biggest change I seen, like I said, when I came out, I wanted to die. And it was in the back of my mind all the time, I'm gonna die. And when I actually died, I called out to God, please God, don't let me die. So I came back. I didn't die, so I really didn't want to die, but that's why I said they gave me hope. I came out here to die, and you gave me hope to keep, you gotta live. And I seen a lot of my friends die. But my main goal every day was to I'm going through enough of myself. I don't need you to bring your problems and put on me too.
What do you think it was that got you to a place where you were feeling as if your life didn't matter?
I lost my family. That's all I had was my family. They were my support. They was everything. So when I lost them, when I actually lost them, like, I wouldn't spend the time with them because I was doing the things I was doing. But when they wasn't there, I couldn't reach out and call them. I couldn't reach out and touch them. I couldn't go see them. I lost hope. I gave up. I mean, I don't care if I got $1 million. I don't have my family no more. That's a man's family is, it's really all you have. So I lost mine. I lost me. I didn't want to exist no more.
How long were you out on the street for?
I was out on the streets about 2 years. Tell you the funny part about that. I was 2 years regularly. When I got sick on the streets, I caught COVID, called flu, pneumonia, COVID, and they put me in the motel. They got me out the streets. People that cared about me, and then all the people I met through the Human Impact got me out the streets. And like I said, I had to have heart surgery, so I finally got an apartment, and I had heart surgery and stuff, and I had 3 heart surgeries in a year, less than a year. I had the first one in June, I had one in November, and in January, I died.
Can you tell us a little bit about that experience? What was that like?
I was being tormented. It was like a soap opera, but I was in the soap opera. It was about me, but I was being tormented. But somebody was out of sight was always saying, if you believe it, it happened. And so I just had to, I believe it's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna run here and kill me. And they kept saying, if you believe it, it's gonna happen. So I never was a scary person. So I always had courage. So I was actually scared. I was being tormented. I mean, it was like soap operas and this stuff coming, and it was weird. And then I remember I was telling God I didn't want to die. I didn't want to die. And then I was being enveloped by darkness. I didn't want to die, and I seen a light coming. I didn't want to go to the light. I woke up, and I remembered everything God told me. Like I was family. I thought I was race-based with family, but God told me I made y'all all family. And then He said, your family is somebody that uplifts you, not hurt you. Your family is never somebody's gonna hurt you. And so that's the main thing. It stuck with me. And then when I came to, my family tried to hurt me while I was down and out. At my lowest point, they tried to hurt me, but my real family wanted me to live. And that's something I had to learn.
What do you mean that your family wanted that they hurt you? Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
They came to pull the plug on me while I was out.
So if you could go back in time to
Okay.
2017, that moment before you crossed over into the things that we just discussed, or if anybody was in that situation, what sort of advice would you give them?
The first thing I tell somebody is they're in a better spot. We someplace that's messed up still. I can go to Kroger's and get shot. I can go to Vegas and somebody just having a bad day, shoot up Vegas. So they're in a better spot. They in God's bosom. We in hell. Kids getting shot at school. So that's the things that taking a grief class made me realize. I just tell somebody else, they're in a better place. Your main resource is you. See, it's up to you to get off these streets. It's up to you to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and fight life again. Because life hit us pretty hard to have us laying on the streets. So now it's up to you. If you got a mental problem and you go to a doctor and get your help yourself, see, that's showing people that you trying. So these people had all these resources, but I ain't use them. Like I said, it took me 10. I don't want to waste your time. Somebody else can use it. I want to die. Leave me alone. That's how I felt. But the resources are there. I mean, I had people. We can get you off the streets right now. For what? Leave me alone. So it takes that initiative. Let me show you what I can do to help you get off the streets, to help you do better. And people out on the streets is, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing, drug addiction, alcohol addiction. You got to fight those addictions. You got people with mental problems. Those mental problems have to be addressed. There's more to it than giving me someplace to stay. What good is you going to give me someplace to stay and I don't have the mentality to stay there? You got people that got houses now that they out there on the street still because this is all they know. So that's like putting a Band-Aid on the problem. I mean, okay, it's like you give me a new car. Here's a new car. But I don't know to put no gas in the car. I don't know to put no oil in it. I just want to drive the car. So just rapid housing is just, you just putting a Band-Aid on the problem. You gotta, it's mental problem. You mentally messed up for you to think it's okay to live on the streets. Something is mentally wrong with you, so you need help. You need somebody you need love, you need care, you need concern. It's not, housing is not, now you put me in a house, you alienate me from my friends, I'm in a house way off and I'm by myself. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. I need community, I need friends, I need hope, I need love. I need all those things first before you put me in a house by myself. I gotta know I need to learn how to love being by myself. I need to love me. So if you just put me in a house, take me out the street, stick me in a house, you set me up for failure. I mean, I'm just being real. You set the person up for failure when you do that. You think I'm gonna supply all your needs, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you that, you're gonna be okay? No, I'm not. Because there's something wrong up here. And if you're not willing to help me up here, it's no good. And it's millions of people that I seen, y'all get houses and you right back where you feel comfortable at. Cause you never got help up here. You never help your drug addiction. You never help your alcohol addiction. So it's more to housing the homeless than getting them a house.
Do you have any relationships that you've retained? Like, do you still keep in touch with anybody that's on the streets?
I don't think I'm better than nobody, but I was at the top of the totem pole. I died, I was up under the totem pole. And I came out trying to better myself. If you're not trying to better yourself, we don't have no relationship. And I don't think I'm better than nobody, but if you still it's drinking 40s and it's snowing outside and you ain't got no shoes on, I'm not trying to fool with you. So now if you get recovery and you trying to help yourself do better, we okay. Like I have a friend named Ron, just got to rehab. And I try hard not to keep him from going back to who he used to be because he was downtown drunk. But you're a friend of mine. I don't want to see you like that no more. So I try to be that positive impact in his life. Come to my house, man. We can cook lunch for us. Okay. He's staying to walk in, so he staying off Austin Street, so he's glad to just, man, I get away, I get to do something different. And that's how human impact and the people they turned me on to. I'm talking about, I've been to people's house cooking. They invited me over for the holidays. It's just, I get Christmas presents. A new way of life they're showing me. So in turn, I try to show people something positive. I don't try to show them the negative, regardless of who I used to be. I'm not that person no more, so I try to be positive. Like I'm cooking today for Human Impact. Yesterday was meet and greet. I cooked for meet and greet. My health is not that good because I do too much. I got a callus on my hand. I just had heart surgery, so.
So how do you balance dealing with your own history, your own past? And I know that you weren't necessarily addicted to drugs or alcohol. How do you balance helping out somebody like Ron and also continuing on your own journey? Is that a challenging sometimes to balance?
Yes, it's a challenge, but I'm up for the challenge. And as long as you're trying to do something positive in life, you're trying to change from who you used to be. I mean, I used to feel bad, like, man, God, why I'm helping these folks? And he tell me, I help you. So I have to reach back. And you can't be, you selfish with your recovery, but helping somebody else, you can't be selfish because it's not about you. I used to cry about giving out. You know, I came back, folks asked, hey man, you got $3? Okay, you trying to get a 4-ounce. And I'm gonna give you about $3. And I used to get mad. And you ask for $10, okay, you're trying to get something to smoke. I used to get mad, but then God, like, if I'm blessing you where it's not hurting you, why you can't give it? And so when you change your life, you ain't got that demon no more, that devil, you see things different. Now I wanna help. I mean, I wanna tell my story, but I don't want my story to be glamorized. I want you to know somebody came and helped the evilest thing it was, changed my life. They can do the same to you if you accept that change. You accept that help. Like at first, I wouldn't accept it. You want to give me what? I'm cooking right here. What I want your sandwich for? You know, and it's not just you was offering me something to eat. It was the conversation, the camaraderie. I didn't have that, so it just took me a while to get used to that kind of stuff. You're on the streets, you got your tent, you know, accumulated your little stuff to make your tent feel like home. And then the city run in and take your tent, take all your stuff. I mean, personally, it's like you saying I don't deserve to live. You taking my food, clothing, and shelter. You leaving me in the elements. And so, but they didn't know. They thinking that if I take these people, they'll leave. They'll go someplace else. That's not how it works. But and I felt like you didn't want me to leave. You don't want me to live. You're saying die. You take my food, clothing, and shelter. You telling me to die because those are the basic necessities of life. If I give you $1,000 to help the homeless, and you hand out socks and you take 1 million pictures and you help the homeless, look right here, I passed out these socks, $1,000 worth of socks. And it was just one pair of socks. You just took 1,000 pictures. So it's people that's really want to help, and it's people that really want to help themselves. So it's a big difference.
When you think about the rest of your life, what if you could accomplish 2 or 3 things around this space? I mean, it seems like you're dedicated to continuing to work with human impact and continuing to work with, the connections that you made while you were out on the streets. What are your hopes and dreams for the rest of your life?
I want to be the Pied Piper, but I play my flute and I take people with me. That's what I want to be. I want to reach out to those that other people won't reach out to. It's hard. You're going to get bit, but you still got to reach out. Somebody reached out to me. They didn't judge, they didn't condemn me. They reached out to me, invited me to their house. You invited the devil himself to your house and your kids there. And it was love. It was agape love. So I want to apply that same agape love that helped me to other people to help them. People gonna eventually see this and they're gonna be like, I remember him. He sold out of dope over her. And now he's doing the human impact. Yeah. I want people to see change in me. If I change, anybody can change. But I change because of love. That's what you